Very good morning, dear students. Very good morning, and welcome to the class of VLSI System Design Theory course. So, in first lecture, we have discussed about various components of this course and what we have to learn in this course. What is the objective of this course? What is the outcome of this course? Also, we started basics of the operation of MOSFETs. So, uh, from today's lecture, we will discuss more on theory part. So, let us start with the mass capacitor. First, we try to understand about mass capacitor, how it works in accumulation mode, in depletion mode, and also in uh, saturation mode. So, let us see, and especially how it operates in active region, especially after applying the threshold voltage. So, if we apply threshold voltage, means if this positive, suppose N type channel is there, then positive voltage is applied, which is more than the threshold voltage. Then how it acts and how capacitance of the this mass capacitor varies. Those things will be discussed in this lecture. Then after that, same principle will be used for the MOSFET understanding, and MOSFET in different mode of operation and different region of operation, especially cutoff, linear region, and saturation region will be discussed. And MOSFETs are basically, most importantly, we will use in this digital design the enhancement mode MOSFET. So we will discuss more on enhancement mode MOSFET, but also we will try to introduce a depletion mode MOSFET also, so that we can understand what type of MOSFETs are there available. So obviously on the basis of channel, there are N channel and P channel, but on the basis of structure, channel structure already present or not present. If channel is already present during the fabrication, then it is depletion mode, and if it is created by application of threshold voltage or more than threshold voltage at gate, then it is enhancement mode. So all these things will be becoming clear. Let us move forward. These basics already we have discussed. So let us come to the parallel plate. First, we should understand, to understand the mass capacitor. First, we should understand the parallel plate capacitor. As here it is shown, this is metal, and top one is also metal. There is dielectric, and this length is L, and dielectric thickness is D, and plate area can be calculated with the help of L multiplied by width of this plate. So L into W, this is the width, area. L into W is the area of this plate. So top plate and bottom plates are there. So it is the just 3D view of the parallel plate capacitor, and in mass capacitor it is similar. We can see top one is metal, and in between there is a oxide, silicon dioxide, which is dielectric, and bottom side is a substrate, which is semiconductor. And this is the simple mass structure or mass capacitor structure, which is which we should understand its operation, we should understand working its, we should understand. And thickness of the oxide is TOX. So we should understand. And this top metal, it may be polysilicon or any other metal. So this is this contact which is taken from this one is called gate, and this one body denoted by B. So here we have assumed that this is P-type semiconductor. Silicon substrate is taken P-type, and based on this we will try to understand the operation. So as we know that in parallel plate capacitor, capacitance is given by C equal to epsilon A by D, where this is epsilon is permittivity of the dielectric which is present between the plates. A is the area, and D is the means the thickness of this dielectric. So also this epsilon is calculated, epsilon equal to epsilon r into epsilon naught, when epsilon r is relative permittivity of the of the dielectric material, and epsilon naught is permittivity of free space, which is given by 8.85 into 10 power minus 12 farad per meter. So everything here what we are talking, you now understand. And the charge, if charge q is placed on the plate, that can be calculated with the help of this capacitance. Q equal to CV, whatever voltage is applied accordingly, q can be calculated. So on the top one plate positive, and on the other side negative charge is induced. We understand in capacitor what happens. On the one plate there is positive charge, in other side there is negative. So if charge q is placed on the plate, the equal and opposite charge, negative charge is induced on the other plate of the capacitor. This is the behavior of a capacitor, and this property we should understand in this case of mass capacitor also. So if you will apply some voltage on the top metal, that will induce some charge on the metal side, and then opposite charge will be induced in the semiconductor side. So this we will understand in more details later on. So let us move forward. So this mass capacitor, for this mass capacitor which we have introduced, capacitance of this mass capacitor is epsilon OX, means dielectric permittivity of the dielectric A by TOX, where A is area of the plate, basically W into L by TOX. This is basic of the MOSFET. So let us understand the operation of this mass capacitor. So if we apply some negative bias, or if we apply some small positive bias, or we apply some large positive bias, how this mass capacitor will work, and how different mode of the operations, like different mode of operation, like here we can see accumulation we will explain, then depletion mode we will explain, and then surface inversion will be creating the active, means active, this device will become active, current flow will be start properly. So surface inversion. So the three modes of operation of this mass capacitor we have to understand. So how inversion happens, that we see here, it is shown in figure C, or how depletion mode operation is happening, that is shown in figure B, and how the here, because accumulation of the holes are there, so it is called accumulation mode. This one is called depletion layer, and this is inversion. So inversion is happening, that we should understand from this figure. So let us understand, if we apply negative bias on the gate, this terminal is gate of the mass capacitor. So if you apply some negative bias, what happens? So due to this negative bias, it will repel the holes. This p-type substrate has holes. So these holes will be repelled by this negative, due to negative bias here, some negative charges will be there, and they will be they will try to repel the holes which are present, because it is p-type silicon. So mainly charge carriers are holes, majority charge carriers are holes, and they will be if negative bias is there, electrons will be repelled, but holes will be attracted if negative bias you are applying. So the holes will be coming very close. So many holes are there, but they will be accumulating here near the oxide and semiconductor interface. If negative charge is there here, negative bias is applied, so plate is negatively charged, and this is also, this semiconductor is also acting as a plate. So it will be there will be some positive charges accumulated here underneath the oxide. So this oxide and semiconductor interface line is shown here. So underneath the oxide there will be accumulation of positive charges due to the negative bias application. And this since many holes are accumulated here, this is called accumulation mode of operation of this mass capacitor. Further, if you apply small positive bias, but this positive bias is less than threshold voltage, then what happens? Because of the positive bias here, some positive charges will be there, and just they will try to repel. They will try to repel the holes which are present underneath the this oxide. So they will try to repel holes underneath the oxide. So some portion of the silicon substrate, this will be free of the charge. Because of the repulsion from the positive charges on the metal, they will be repelling the holes or positive charges inside the body, and some portion will be free of charges. So this portion is called depletion layer. So in this way, depletion layer is similar to, like it is a dielectric. If something is not there, means some oxide is there, and further free of charge layer, some layer is present, it is also acting as a dielectric. So two type of dielectric, one is oxide, other is free of charge, means depletion region is also acting as a dielectric. So in this way, capacitance, what was initial capacitance was there, that will change. So it, basically these holes are here, it is shown, they are going downside because of the repulsion of the repulsive force due to the charges present, positive charges present here, if positive bias is applied, but it is less than the threshold voltage. Obviously, this positive bias can attract the electrons, minority charge carriers present in the p-type substrate, but it will not attract. It is not enough. Bias is not enough that because very less number of minority charge carriers are present, and they will be coming. But if you apply some, it requires some certain voltage. So if larger positive bias is applied here, so largest positive bias is applied, then they will try to attract all minority charge carriers which are present in the p-type substrate, and they will be electrons. So electron will be accumulated underneath the oxide, and near the oxide and body interface, or near the oxide and silicon interface, so many electrons will be accumulated, and this is the process of formation of the channel. So in this way, on the p substrate, some small region having negatively charged carriers or electrons are present. So this is n channel. In this way, n channel is created with the help of larger positive bias, which is larger than the threshold voltage of the means every device has some property, some threshold voltage depending on the oxide thickness, depending on the means doping of the substrate, and this structure, the structure after fabricating, it has some certain voltage requirement. After that, it will start forming the channel. So if you apply the voltage equal to threshold voltage, then channel formation starts, and more than threshold voltage, then proper channel is formed. So in this way, negatively charged negative charges or electrons basically accumulated here, and here this will create some. It is mass capacitor, but if the side portion n plus region as a source, and here side portion n plus region as a drain, then there is possibility of conduction between the source and drain, and that is basically the basis of the flow of current in the MOSFET, enhancement mode MOSFET, that we will see. So this is the situation of the mass capacitor. In mass capacitor, three region of operation we have seen. First region of operation is the accumulation mode, second is depletion mode, third is the inversion. So this on the p substrate, negative type of channel is created. This process is called inversion. Inversion starts at VGS, gate voltage, gate to source voltage equal to threshold voltage. When you apply voltage equal to threshold voltage, then inversion starts. Then this region starts becoming inverted from P to N. It is converted from P to N. This is why it is called inversion of the semiconductor material. So we can see that electrons are going there, and here we have seen that holes are going down because of positive charges. Holes are repelled. Because of negative charges, because of positive charges, holes are repelled, but here holes are not shown. But we are showing here electrons only, because this positive charge will attract the electrons. So all minority charge carriers, if sufficient voltage is applied, they will be accumulated underneath the oxide, and this way channel will be formed. And here T oxide thickness. Here oxide thickness was here also same, but in depletion mode, this thickness is becoming larger. Means oxide layer is larger. Thickness of the oxide layer, or distance between the plates is more. Now distance between the plates becoming larger. In this way, capacitance will decrease. Whatever capacitance here in accumulation mode you are getting, that is different. Means that is some value. After you are applying a small positive bias, it is becoming some larger dielectric region has larger thickness. In this way, capacitance will, because of the formula we know that epsilon A by D are thickness of the oxide. So if oxide thickness initially it was TOX, but due to the depletion region formation, this total thickness is more, or we can say two type of dielectric. One is oxide, other is like similar to normal air we can consider. So our overall thickness is increasing, that will cause the decrease in capacitance, that we'll see in the plot. Here we can see here capacitance versus voltage plot is given for the mass capacitor, and similar type of behavior we will see in the mass field effect transistor also, because this mass capacitor is already present in the mass transistor, because gate is polysilicon and dielectric is silicon dioxide and body is silicon, p-type silicon for n channel. So in this way, for n channel MOSFET it will be similar. So in accumulation mode, this was the capacitance level. So capacitance was up to this much, but in depletion mode it is decreasing due to the repulsion of the holes. They are moving away, and then thickness of the dielectric is increasing. But after inversion comes, then channel is formed, then again this becomes constant, and this is the capacitance. So this is mass, capacitance, voltage characteristics, and this will be basically utilized. So surface inversion, we have to understand how it is inverted. This inversion of the surface, how it happens here in this case. This is utilized in the MOSFET operation, in the N-channel MOSFET operation, and opposite phenomena will happen in the P-channel MOSFET. If you take, instead of taking P-type substrate, you are taking N-type substrate, just opposite will happen here. So holes will be, the means channel will be will be made from the holes. So P-type channel will be created. Because we have started with P-type substrate, we are creating N-channel. And if we start with the N-type substrate, then the P channel will be created, and P channel MOSFET operation is just opposite to this, so that we can see. Now let us come to the MOS transistor theory. So as name, simply we say that MOS transistor. Let me check, are you able to hear or not? Dear students, are you able to see presentation and able to hear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We
We
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Let us move forward. So also one question: are you able to understand the mass capacitor operation now? Mass capacitor.
Yes, sir.
Now we will utilize this concept in MOSFET. So let us see. But before that, before going to operation, we will also introduce various types of MOSFETs. So as MOSFET, we name suggests metal oxide, but gate may be any metal, or it may be also polysilicon. It is serving as good as metal. So name suggests that metal, then oxide, semiconductor, metal, oxide, semiconductor, and it works on the basis of field effect. Field effect is coming due to the base, due to the bias applied on the gate. So this is why its name is metal oxide field effect transistor, and in short MOS transistor people say. So it has two type of, mainly JFET I am not going to discuss, but MOSFET related. So enhancement type, on the basis of structure, depending on the how channel is created, it is classified as enhancement type, and also based on the already present layers, depletion type. Enhancement type means we are creating channel by application of gate voltage, as previously we have seen. And in depletion type, already during the fabrication some N channel will be created. So N channel is already present, and due to that it is generally on. It is generally on at even zero bias also. In the enhancement mode, we need to apply some threshold voltage. After that it becomes on, or after that conduction it starts. But in depletion mode, because already N channel is created, or P channel is already created, already present during the fabrication. So therefore it is already on at zero bias also it is on. So even at zero bias also some current is there. So this is the difference. This is depletion mode transistor is generally called normally on transistor, and enhancement mode transistor is generally called normally off transistor. So enhancement type MOSFET is normally off, and is turned on only by application of by application of voltage at gate terminal. And MOSFET is in this way already explained previously, which is explained, the same concept is applied for here. But MOSFET which is generally on and turned off at applying gate voltage, applying voltage at gate terminal, then MOSFET is known as depletion mode. Though you have to apply negative voltage. Instead of, like if it is N channel depletion mode MOSFET, instead of applying some zero bias for making it off, it is already on, it is not off. But if you apply some negative voltage, then it will become off. Maybe some at certain negative voltage it will become off. So this is why already channel is present, that we will see in the diagram later on. So like here we can see in the diagram, N plus channel, sorry, N plus drain, N plus source and N plus drain. This is P type substrate, and this is silicon dioxide oxide. This is metal. This metal may be metal, any usual metal, aluminum or any other metal, or it may be polysilicon. Generally, normal modern transistor they use polysilicon. Means silicon based transistors generally they use metal, instead of metal they are using polysilicon as a gate metal or gate material. and then contact is taken. So source, gate, drain, and body is also having some contact than the body. So then gate and body, 4 terminals are shown, and here no channel is present. Only it will be present after application of the gate bias, more means gate voltage more than threshold voltage, and because it is p-type substrate, so n channel will be created here after application of gate voltage here. But in this case we can see it is enhancement mode enhancement mode type. This is the transistor, and this is depletion mode. In depletion mode, what happens, it is already having some channel, so it is already on. At 0 voltage also it is on, some current may be there, and if you apply some negative voltage, then it can be switched off, or it can be turned off. So it requires some negative voltage application on gate voltage. Certain negative voltage is required to make it off. And this is the metal, this is the oxide. Rest of the structure, metal oxide, n plus diffusion for source and drain. Here also same, n plus diffusion, oxide, metal substrate. But this is already using ion implantation. This is made some region, certain region on the body is made n type, or it is n type channel is already present during the fabrication. Though n plus diffusion, n plus diffusion for source and drain is done in both the cases, source and drain diffusion both the cases, but channel is also created by some ion implantation process, and channel is created on the p-type substrate. So this is called depletion type MOSFET that we will see. So let us go into more details on the structure of the enhancement type MOSFET. So from the figure we will try to understand how it is working. 1 minute. So more detailed study of enhancement type MOSFET. So enhancement type MOSFET is as usually previously seen, that if you are making it n channel, then you will start with p substrate, and you try to dope this region, n plus region at certain depth, very small depth, by diffusion process, and it is highly n plus doped region. And source and drain both regions, this source region and drain region both are highly doped n plus region. And on that on the top of this there is oxide, silicon dioxide, and then there is metal, or polysilicon we can say. So this is source contact, this is gate contact, and this is drain contact. This is structure of the physical structure of the it is means side view of the n channel MOSFET, because channel is not present at this moment because no bias is applied. If you apply some bias, obviously some tapered channel will be created here, starting from here to here, it will be touching to drain. So in that way the electrons from source can flow to drain, or we can say current will flow from drain to source. So this is the n channel MOSFET structure, and in enhancement mode, and this is p channel MOSFET structure in the enhancement mode. Like here we have taken p substrate initially. Now for the p channel MOSFET we have to take n type substrate, and we have to create source and drain also, but here doping should be p type. So p plus region is created for source, and p plus region is created for drain, and there is some oxide layer, then is on the top the metal gate layer, metal or polysilicon gate layer, and this is source and gate, drain, and this is body contact, here also body contact. So cross sectional view or side view is shown for the MOSFET, n channel MOSFET and p channel MOSFET. And also we should understand what is the symbol of these transistors. So we can say in figure A there are 3 symbols, figure A 1, 2, 3. So this is the symbol which is showing the body of the n channel MOSFET, and arrow is going inside. This is gate, this is drain, this is source, and this is further also sometimes it is shown in this way. Body is not shown, only 3 terminal device is shown. In that case this source is shown here, and some arrow is coming out, and drain is shown here, gate is shown here. Also sometimes to make it simple, no arrow is shown, and drain, source, gate, in this way it is denoted. And for p channel MOSFET this symbol is now just opposite. Here arrow, body is having arrow outside, source, body, drain, gate, and in the this structure is for p-type now replaced by this one. Source is now here top side, and source is having arrow going towards the inner side. It means here we can say here source is having arrow, here arrow is shown outside going towards the ground, but here what is the situation? Source is here and it will be connected to the VDD generally, and arrow is coming towards the gate, and drain and gate it is shown, and this simple symbol is replaced by some bubble. Here on the gate side some bubble is shown. So just opposite type of symbols for p-type p-channel MOSFET is shown. So in this way, these are the frequently used symbols in the design, various circuit design part. During the simulation through software also we will use some symbols. So those type of symbols we should understand. This type of 4-terminal MOSFET, 4-terminal N-channel MOSFET is shown. This is 3-terminal MOSFET, but it is simplified in this way. And here 4-terminal p-channel MOSFET, and then 3-terminal p-channel MOSFET, and then simplified symbol for the p-channel 3-terminal MOSFET. So this is N-channel and p-channel symbol, N-channel and p-channel MOSFET symbol. Obviously drain, source, gate, and body. Drain, source, gate, and body, 4 terminals, and drain, source, gate, 3 terminals, drain, source, gate, 3 terminals. Similarly for p-channel MOSFET also shown. So let us come to the operation part. Operation of the MOSFET, as we have already seen that MOS capacitor is also operating in 3 modes: accumulation, depletion, and inversion. So here also MOSFET is having some MOS capacitor. The additional layer is only the source, N plus source, and N plus drain region. That is having only the additional feature, and that will create some current between drain and source, and that we'll see. But the basic operation, how the field is affecting the operation of this structure, how the application of voltage on the between gate to source, how it is affecting the operation of this transistor, it is similar to the that which is explained in case of the MOS capacitor, that we will try to utilize. So operation of the enhancement type MOSFET is we will understand in different modes like accumulation, depletion, and inversion, how it operates in 3 modes. So first we should understand accumulation mode. As previously in the MOS capacitor case also, we have seen that gate to source voltage should be negative for accumulation mode. So here it is summarized, figure is not drawn. So if we apply some negative voltage, then what happens? The basic thing we can go there again. Again repeating for MOSFET also, again I can repeat the same thing here, that if negative bias is applied, so due to the negative bias it will try to attract the holes from the body, and many holes will be accumulated beneath the oxide. So near the oxide and body interface, so many holes are accumulated, and in this case it is told that there is some, obviously there will be some barrier. If here N plus region is there, N plus, and here also N plus region is there. So this N plus region, source region, and this P region, they will form PN junction. So N plus P, and this will be having some barrier, potential barrier. Therefore charge carriers electrons from the N plus source region cannot travel to drain region. Also between drain and this P plus region, there will be some PN junction. So that PN junction will create some potential barrier, and in this case, when negative bias is applied, at gate, then this depletion region around the drain, around the whole this source region and around the drain region, there will be some depletion region between the body and the source, and between the drain and source. That will create the or that will stop movement of the charge carriers, and no charge carriers can travel from source to drain, and no current can flow. So this is called cutoff region. In this way, this process is called cutoff region, because unless the gate voltage is less than threshold, unless gate voltage is equal to threshold voltage, the channel cannot be formed. So before that, it is in cutoff mode. Enhancement mode MOSFET is in cutoff region, or no possibility of charge carriers flow from the source to drain is there. So this is accumulation part, and similarly here drain, here source n plus, and drain n plus is there. It's still, if you are applying positive bias, then how this mass capacitor is changing? Positive bias you are applying, but it is less than the threshold voltage, means it is less than the voltage which is required for farming channel. Then what happens? Due to the positive bias here, the positive charges will be there on the metals, and they will try to repel the holes. Here holes were accumulated during the negative bias, but during a small positive bias, they will be repelled. So their holes are going downside, they will be repelled. So some portion beneath the oxide, some portion will be free of the charge carriers, neither holes nor electrons, nothing is there. So it is basically called depletion region. Depletion region will be created. It will act like a dielectric, as in PN junction. We know that in depletion, due to depletion region, there is a capacitance. So it will create some capacitance in parallel. Sorry, in series. And are in the other way we can say that this oxide layer thickness is increased. So this, in this way, capacitance is decreased. That figure we have already seen. So obviously this way again still channel is not formed, and no any charge carrier movement from the source to drain is possible. But here in third case, when we are applying large positive bias which is more than threshold voltage, at threshold voltage channel starts forming, and if you are applying more than threshold voltage get to source voltage, then channel is formed properly, and this layer is inverted. So inversion mode of operation is happening, and if inversion happens, then what happens? Electrons from the source, they can move towards the drain and current can flow. So these operations which we were interested in MOSFET also, that we can understand. So accumulation mode is requiring gate to source voltage negative, and if negative voltage is applied at the gate terminal, the majority carriers holes from p type substrate are attracted towards the gate terminal, and in this way accumulated underneath the gate oxide, and this way, and this is known as accumulation mode. And if gate to source voltage is positive but it is very small, now small positive voltage is applied and holes will be repelled, and in this way depletion region is formed. So this is operation, this operation of the MOS transistor is called depletion mode operation. Further, if you apply gate to source voltage which is larger, in this case majority charge carriers holes are repelled, but when a minority charge carriers like electrons, they will be coming very close to the interface, very close to the semiconductor and dielectric interface, and in this way n channel is created. So strong inversion comes if gate voltage is more than the threshold voltage. So if positive gate voltage is large enough, it should be large, not small. If it is large enough, the majority charge carriers, that is holes, they are repelled into the substrate, and a small number of minority charge carriers which are present inside that, they will be attracted towards the gate oxide surface, and these attracted electrons accumulate underneath this gate oxide layer and form the conduction path between the source and drain, and this conducting path is called channel, and conduction is this condition is known as strong inversion. So it should be in strong inversion condition, then this MOSFET will try to become, means the current will flow between source and drain, or between drain and source. So this is shown here. Let us see. Gate to source voltage is here less than 0, and here 0 is less than VGS is less than VT. Here gate to source voltage is positive but less than threshold voltage. In third case, gate to source voltage is greater than threshold voltage. So all the three regions of operations are explained here. Now we can see n plus source is there and n plus body is there. Still time is there. I will stop, but later on. So we can see here in the case of negative voltage is applied at gate to source, on the gate negative voltage is applied between gate and source, then holes are accumulated near the oxide, and if gate voltage is positive but less than threshold voltage, so basically they are accumulated, then there is some, as here this depletion region is shown. So here they will be accumulated, but this is forming, n plus is forming PN junction, n plus is forming with this a PN junction with P plus region or P region. So n plus P junction is formed here, n plus P junction is formed. There is barrier, no conduction is possible between the drain and source. But further you are applying this voltage, gate to source voltage, you are increasing positively, then we can see still this depletion layer is there, depletion layer is there, that metal is there, oxide is there, and this is depletion layer where no any charge carrier, free charge carriers is present, and this depletion layer is extended around this n plus region of source. Also it is extended around the n plus region of the drain. So if you further increase, and due to this positive voltage, the holes are repelled, they are going down. But if you further increase gate to source voltage further, and which is greater than threshold voltage, then obviously holes will go down, but they will this situation will create some electrons here, because electrons minority charge carriers are present, they will be attracted towards the oxide layer, and underneath the oxide some electrons will be accumulated, and this is the process of strong inversion, we can say. So strong inversion is happening, and in this way channel is created. So though it was physically no channel was present, but due to the application of gate to source voltage at the gate, which is greater than threshold voltage, now channel is created, proper channel is created, and obviously here the depletion region is extended here, but between n plus source and n plus drain, there is no any barrier. Now the conduction is possible, electrons can flow from the source to drain, current can flow from drain to source. So this is the process of operation of this MOSFET in different mode of operation, like accumulation, depletion and inversion. So this is the accumulation mode of operation, this is depletion mode of operation, and this is inversion mode of operation, and this is utilized. This inversion mode of operation is utilized for operation of MOSFET and for working of the MOSFET. So this is already explained with the help of diagram. And threshold voltage and other calculations we will do later on. Let us give 5 minutes time to you to discuss threshold voltage calculation, and other things we will do later on. So depletion mode MOSFET again explained here by the symbol. Depletion time MOSFET, quickly I will explain. Previously enhancement mode MOSFET we have seen. Enhancement mode MOSFET symbols we have seen here. Here only line is there, only line is there here, only line very means of the same width, but in depletion type MOSFET, this is very thick, this line is very thick. So it is similar, symbol is are sometimes different notations also utilized, but this is also popular notation. So body n channel MOSFET depletion mode, if you are talking, obviously depletion mode MOSFET has already channel present, and their symbols are similar, but here very thick line is drawn, very thick lines are drawn for P channel also. So these are the symbols of the depletion type MOSFET. But we are not going much details of this depletion type MOSFET, because we are more interested in the enhancement mode MOSFET, and later on we will come to the threshold voltage calculation, that we will see. So in this way I should give 2-3 minutes for attendance taking and discussion. So I will stopping here. 1 minute. I am downloading the attendance. If somebody is missing, then he will be absent. And yes, do you have any questions, dear students, until now?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So operation of enhancement mode MOSFET is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first we should understand this, it is very fundamental thing, that how the operation of transistor MOSFET happens in accumulation mode, in depletion mode, and in strong inversion mode. And basically strong inversion mode is more important for the application part, different application of MOSFET. And in enhancement mode MOSFET, if it is in strong inversion, still we have to understand its operation in with respect to how the gate to source voltage is applied, and how drain to source voltage is applied, how they are affecting, how IV characteristics is affected by drain to source voltage. If drain to source voltage is less than the VGS minus VT, then it is in linear region. If it is greater than VGS minus VT, then it is in saturation region. At least if VDS is equal to VGS minus VT, VT is threshold voltage, then it is pinched off, or it starts with saturating. So all these operations we will discuss in coming lectures. And after understanding the threshold voltage calculation, threshold voltage physically what is threshold voltage, we understand that mathematical terms are there to calculate, we will understand. And then we will try to calculate capacitance between different terminals, means basically diffusion capacitance and other capacitances which are to be considered, that will be discussed. So we will move forward one by one. Okay, should I stop now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now stopping because your class will be there. So stop recording.